I feel like it's so important to take the time out to just do things for your present self and not for any future gratification, like literally just to be happy in the moment. And I really enjoy painting, and I feel like I never have time to paint. And I was like, why do I never have time to paint? It's because I'm always doing things to satisfy a future version of myself rather than sitting with who I am right now and just chilling out and trying to please myself now for the moment and just doing things because of the joy they bring me in the present moment. So that's what I'm going to do today right now and show you guys what I'm going to paint, because I've never done a video like this before and I'm like, why not? So I have this canvas here. I really enjoy painting, but I just, like I said, I feel like I never have time for it because I'm always trying to satisfy my future self. But this is a book that I have of like some art stuff. I did these sketches the other day when I tried to take some time out for myself, but I don't know if I really love any of them. They're just pencil sketches. I don't know if you can see in the light. Probably not. They're very light. It's just like got shapes and like a silhouette over it. But I think I want to do something new. But this is like a book of art that I used to have. I used to really be into drawing and stuff. This is what I mean. Like I used to, when I was younger, when I was like probably in my teenage years, I felt like I had so much time to do hobbies, which were just like hobbies for the sake of being a hobby. And I loved painting and I loved drawing and I was good at it. But I feel like I just fell off a bit because I started getting carried away with other things which also bring me joy, but like I said, they're to satisfy like a future version of myself, if that makes sense. Whereas I would create stuff for the current me. Like, oh my god, I love this. Bless. It's alive. Yes, it is. And then recently, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen, I did a post about it, but I painted a journal of mine and I really like it. This is what it looks like when it's open, and I took probably like a week to paint this, and I would just do a little bit in the night or in the morning, and just doing that reminded me how much I enjoy painting and enjoy creating art. And I was like, wow, we really should get back to that, Cameron. The first thing I like to do when I paint is figure out like the shapes. So this painting over there in the corner, that's one that I did last year. It took me so long to finish because, like I said, I never take proper time out to paint, so it's always like here and there random bits, so it takes ages to finish. But I was super happy with the result, and I love the colors in it and the shapes. The first thing I try and do is figure out what shapes I want and like how it's going to look, like the composition. So let's do that. I've also got a tea. This is a chamomile, honey and vanilla tea. It's so good. I usually just use like a piece of paper as my paint palette because I don't have an actual paint palette, but I'm just going to use like this beige color to block out my composition, and I'm going to mix it with a bit of water just so it's very fluid and I can just stroke on the shapes and the curves. I'm not 100% sure on like what shapes I want this painting to have. I think I kind of liked it similar to my journal. So this is sort of like the first thing I do. I'm just trying to figure out the shape first. I'm leaning towards something coming from the corner for some reason, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. Kind of like that, and then like that. I don't know if I like this. Anyway, because it's like watered down, I can always change it afterwards. I think I do like that, just like that. And this, maybe I want this to be a bit more dramatic. This and like this, and then I try and figure out like what colors I'm going to use and where I want those colors to be. So I know I want like a brown or green and like a yellowy sort of tone, or like a beige. So maybe I would do I think I'm going to do this central area like a light yellow, and then do a brown down here because I like to have a darker color at the bottom to sort of like anchor it, and then up here I might have the green, or maybe I'll put the green in here and the yellow up there. I don't know. I might just do something that's like this, that comes down and takes that whole, borders that whole area, and this comes in. Yeah, I definitely prefer that. I'm just going to start off with the brown color. I'm going to use a burnt sienna paint, This is already making me feel so good. When I'm painting, I'm like, oh my god, why don't I do this more often? Because I enjoy it so much. If you guys enjoy this video, I will make more painting videos because I feel like they're very therapeutic to make and also very therapeutic to watch. And I kind of want my channel to be a relaxing space for you guys, like somewhere you feel safe. Like I personally have YouTubers that I watch when I feel like I need like some comfort or something, like a comfort YouTuber. I want to be you guys' comfort YouTuber. I want this to be a safe and happy and relaxing space where you feel comfortable and where you feel at peace. There's something about the way like paint strokes just glide that is so soothing. Like when you're doing the edges of a line and the paint just glides and makes it so smooth and crisp. I love that feeling. I used to be really into painting like portraits and kind of like realistic paintings, and then I started getting more into just like colors and patterns and shapes. I feel like just because it's what I like to have in my space. Like if I was to hang a painting up, I probably wouldn't hang like a portrait up, like a portrait of like a face up. I would hang like shapes and colors sort of things, because I feel like they reflect like a mood and like give off an atmosphere, whereas a portrait is like, it's good and you can really see talent through portraiture, but for me it's not like something that I would want to hang in my space. So I feel like my painting style kind of changed when I started thinking about what I wanted to hang and what I wanted to have in my space, or even just like on bits of paper or in a journal or something, just like sketching out different shapes and seeing what compositions you like. I really like to do that sometimes, just to see how I would like my paintings to look. And then I feel like when I actually go to do a painting, I'm a lot better at like choosing a certain composition. I really like this so far, guys. Okay, next we're gonna do the green. Oh, this green is so nice. Perfect. I feel like we hear it so often in like social media and just online these days, like be present, like live for the present moment, but it's so much easier said than done, especially when like this whole world, this whole society is built on like productivity, and it's so easy to end up seeing your productivity as like a measure of your worth, or like a measure of how beneficial your time is being spent, which is so not true. Like life is so much deeper and so much richer. It's literally just capitalism. Like get a good job, work hard, pay your bills, buy a house, etc, etc, etc. And I'm like, there's so much more to life than that. Like yes, that's a part of life, but at the same time, it's A, important not to get bogged down in that, and B, important to just enjoy yourself and do things that bring you joy, because life is about enjoyment. Life is about enjoyment. Like if you're not enjoying yourself, what is the point? If you're not enjoying the process, if you're not enjoying the journey, like why? Like yes, of course we have to make money, but at the same time, I feel like it's so important to do things that bring us joy, even if that's not in a monetary sense. Like not everything needs to be for an outcome. Like some things can just be for now. And I'm trying to teach myself that more and trying to get better at that, because it can lead to so much unnecessary anxiety and stress and worry. And it's like, what is the point? What is the point of all this? What is the point of all this worry and all this stress? I'm really enjoying myself right now. I'm having such a good time. And also with the whole like living in the present thing, it's like sometimes, like for example, like 2 weeks ago, I felt so present in my life and like so happy and content and just pleased with everything. And I felt like I had reached like a perfect balance between staying present and at the same time focused on the future. And then I felt myself sort of slipping back into not living in the present as much, and I was like kind of getting mad at myself, I guess. And I was like, why am I getting stressed now about not being in the same headspace that I was in 2 weeks ago? It was like I wanted to keep that headspace. And then I remembered that there's no point like chasing other versions of yourself. Like even if you were like ecstatically happy a week ago and now something's happened and you're not happy, there's no point trying to wish to get back to that headspace that you were at before. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like life is just like a constant journey of like ups and downs, and you can't really have the ups without the downs, or the downs without the ups. And I was reading a book the other day and he was talking about detachment and how you can sort of free yourself from your mind, I guess, by accepting that life is like this constant flux of up and down and all these different emotions and all these different things, and you can't actually control it. So just detaching yourself from it and accepting that, kind of, it's like an acceptance. And I like really resonated with that, and I was like, wow, that's so true. Like life is just constantly up and down. Like there's nothing you can do to try and force yourself to stay in the present, or like force yourself to be happy, or force yourself to get out of a certain headspace. Like you just have to go through the motions, and I feel like there's sort of something comforting in understanding that as well. What do we think about the green? I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. Next is the yellow here. I'm definitely not going to finish this tonight, so I'll have to do a part 2 of painting with Cameron. Oh no, I actually ran out of yellow paint. Oh no, I didn't. I've got more here. I'm thinking like a raw sienna. It's like a mustardy yellow. Oh no, this paint is all old and clumped up. We're going to have to come back to this masterpiece. So this is going to be part 1 of painting with Cameron. There'll be a part 2 when I go and buy this paint that I need. But this is how we're looking so far. What do we think? What do we think? Although I think I want this central area to be a bit lighter. I might mix some white in with this colour and then do like some lines in that colour throughout it. But that's how we're going so far. I really like it. I will see you in part 2 of painting with Cameron when I get my new tube of paint. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been relaxing and calming and just all the good things. And I will see you in the next video. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.